People have commented about the intensity of my performances at times. People used to say, you know, angry tenors, you know, in the 60s, you know, they used to talk about the guys on the East Coast being like the angry tenor players and the guys on the West Coast, like, you know, the West Coast sound. You know, there used to be this, like, dichotomy of sounds. I mean, I was always attracted to intense kind of music and intense playing, and I think part of what I have to offer is that intensity. But I also feel, as I said, that you can be just as intense with playing very few notes. To me, what's important about the music is the intention, you know, the actual, what's behind the actual musical statements. I'm trying to find other ways, you know, more ways to, with less notes and with less pyrotechniques to say the same thing, you know. And I mean, now that I'm a little older, I'm finding other ways to do that. I mean, I don't feel the need to go as nuts as I did when I was younger. In the 80s, they started with drum machines and programming music, and man, you know, I mean, at first, I was interested in it too, and I used synthesizers and samplers and different techniques on my records, and now when I think about it, it makes me sick, you know, because, I mean, music is a human endeavor. I mean, computers are doing enough, you know. So when I hear people talk about, oh yeah, that's got a good groove, and I know it's a drum machine, it's like, I don't get it sometimes. I mean, I'd really rather hear something from the swing era than, you know, some of the pop music from the 30s is more grooving than some of the stuff I hear now. You know, I'm not a religious person, but I always equate music with the spiritual aspect of my life. I feel like my ties with the spiritual world come through music. In other words, that's the way I can plug in. That's the way I can experience life on another plane. The purpose of music is to elevate one's consciousness and elevate one's spiritual level. That's the kind of music I want to hear, and that's the kind of music I want to play, the music that does that. The entertainment kind of music, music that's made as a product, I'm not interested. And the older I get and the more clear I get on what I like, the less I want to hear that stuff. And the more I want to hear the thing that's really dealing with the spirit and the soul. I mean, I love playing the saxophone. I mean, for me, it just seems very natural. So I'm a quick study with the saxophone, you know. The saxophone came very easily to me. Thank goodness, you know.